Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. For today's preview, it's Italy take on Wales this weekend, and it's going to be a very interesting clash. Both sides without a win so far in the tournament, and Italy at home will very much be backing themselves to try and do an unlikely Six Nations back-to-back victory against the Wales after they shocked them last year at the Millennium Stadium over in Wales. Italy now on home ground and taking on a Welsh side who are struggling even more than they were a year ago. Things haven't quite gone to plan with Warren Gatland's return. Wales currently very much off the pace in kind of disarray, and a very strange team selection coming from Warren Gatland. Whereas Italy have a lot of consistency. However, they are missing their World Breakthrough Player of the Year in Angie Capuzzo, who has been ruled out for the remainder of the tournament. Before we look at the two sides, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. We'll start with the home side, which is Italy, and as I said, very much continuity. And last time out, I thought they gave a really good showing of themselves against Ireland, the world number ones, and yet I don't think Italy were ever really sort of completely hammered or outplayed or completely out of it. They're stuck in the fight, and whilst Ireland were always going to be too much for them, and there was always going to be a very big ask for Italy to go and beat them, I thought they were very impressive and tried really hard. It's a very bright moments. And yes, it was a weakened Irish side, but that doesn't really change the facts that Italy still went toe-to-toe with them for large periods of the game. So I was impressed with what I saw from Italy, and hopefully they will be able to continue their sort of good form. So in the front row, it's Daniela Paschetti, Giacomo Nicotera, and Simone Ferrari. Simone Ferrari, I think, for me, has been so much an unsung hero. Nicotera also very much in the forefront of a lot of things good within this Italian side. Niccolo Cannoni is next to Federico Razza. Quality lock is Razza, and really showing his worth so far. It's a nice loose trio. Sebastian Negri, Michel Lamar, it's work rate on work rate. And then Lorenzo Cannoni, his stocks just keep going up week in, week out. He's putting in big performances. He ran a lot of meters up against Ireland, was played with a lot of confidence, and I think he's a player that would get into quite a few other international sides in and around the world. Stephen Varney continues to partner Paolo Garbizzi, and then halfback pairing. It was a whole different side with Garbizzi back in and dictating play. He, at the end of the day, he is a world class halfback, fly half, and the team is just a very different team when he's there. In the centres, Tommaso Menoncello and John Ignacio Brett, I thought those two very much matched their Irish counterparts in the last match. I thought they were both very impressive. I had sort of moments. I think John Ignacio Brett did a lot of good things in a couple of poor moments, but I thought Menoncello very much showed his defence capabilities in the last game. Eduardo Fedavani remains number 14 jersey, and Tommaso Allen comes in for the Angie Capuzzo. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, it is always going to be sort of losing a bit of quality, but it's not really his fault that he's not as good as the World Breakthrough Player of the Year. Off the bench, it is Luca Bigi, Federico Zani, Marco Riccio, Eduardo Chizzi, Giovanni Pettinelli, and then a couple of changes here. Comes Manuel Zuliani into the 21, Alessandro Fasco on the 22, and Luca Marizzi shifting to that number 23 jersey. If we look at the Welsh, quite a few big calls. No Alan Jones, no Dan Biggar in the 23. It's a strange team, isn't it? Very good players, and this is the weird things. I like most of the players I see named in the side, and yet I don't look at that side and think that that's a really good Welsh side, and I think they're missing some very important players. But at the end of the day, I suppose, Warren Gatland trying to get some information about certain players, and there isn't much a better game than Wales versus Italy to do that. So Wyn Jones returns to the side, and he's next to his captain Ken Owens and Thomas Francis. In the second row, Adam Beard is joined by Daft Jenkins, who gets a start. Jack Morgan comes into that number 6 jersey. He replaces Christ Chiunza, who drops out of the 23. Justin Tipuric, Tau Pafatau, completing that loose trio there. Reece Webb starts, and partners Owen Williams, who's the only recognised fly half in the 23. Looks like Joe Hawkins might have to deputise if needed, looking at some of the players on the bench. You then got Mason Grady outside him, Josh Adams in the 14, Liam Williams switches in for Lee Halfpenny. Off the bench, Scott Baldwin's getting an opportunity next to Gareth Thomas, who drops down to the number 17 jersey, Dylan Lewis. You then got Rhys Davies, Tommy Reffel, Thomas Williams, George North, and Louis Rees-Zammit. So some very nice players, the likes of Thomas Williams, George North, and Louis Rees-Zammit to be able to come off the bench But it's just sort of, for me, very strange. How can you not be starting Louis Rees-Zammit? Even not. I mean, I think Mason Gray is a good player, but to not have George North in that starting 15, also a huge call. So I think this is a very winnable game for Italy. I genuinely do. I think they'll be looking at this Welsh side thinking, well, they're low in confidence. They're not playing good rugby. We beat them last year. We're now at home. We can really have a go at these guys. And I really hope that they do go and sort of kind of throw caution to the wind and have a real go, because I do think that they could potentially do a job up against this Welsh side. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Stephen. I'll chat to you soon.